Broadcasting from anywhere. I'm Jeff Stein with today's Iowa Politics Report. We take technology for granted. We talk to the screen when something in our minds is taking too long to load, forgetting that only a few years ago we would start downloading a file, go to bed for the night, and if we were lucky, it was finished when we got up the next morning. We're pretty impatient nowadays instead of grateful. So it is worthy of note that we can now broadcast high-quality network radio and television programs from anywhere. High-speed data lines and better webcams make that all possible, along with an audience, that's you, that is used to glitchy audio and video from your Zoom calls, so you're much more forgiving than might have previously been the case. When I first came to KXEL just about 10 years ago now, hosts did their programs from radio station studios in New York. Now, there were a few exceptions. Rush Limbaugh built a studio so he could broadcast from Florida, but again, that was by far the exception and not the rule. Now, virtually no one is in a radio studio in New York. Glenn Beck is in Dallas. Sean Hannity has now moved to Florida. Mark Levin splits time between broadcasting from his home in Virginia and another in Florida. Todd Starnes does his show from Memphis, Tennessee at the radio station he owns there. Bill O'Reilly is in New York, sort of. He does his work from an office in his home on Long Island, not in the heart of the city. And the Red Eye Radio Boys do their overnight show from Dallas. Gordon Deal and the America's First News team is in New York, but that's literally it. I have to marvel at all this. Last Friday, in addition to doing the live radio show here, I did a live segment on KCRG TV9, then one with Todd Starnes on his Newsmax 2 show, then one with Greta Van Susteren on her Newsmax program. 2 of those were by Zoom, 1 by Skype. And today I may do a segment with Fox News Channel, again, from my radio station in Waterloo via Skype or Zoom. Earlier this year, I did a pre-dawn interview on CNN from my home via Skype. And as you know, when I fill in for Todd on his national radio show, it's from right here with a mobile unit that sends the signal down the Ethernet to Memphis and then to the satellite in New York. Absolutely crazy. Of course, the question is whether all that leads to us doing a better job or if we were better off when television's idea of images was to just hold a newspaper up to the camera. Sometimes it's good to keep all of this in perspective, especially the next time you rely on your app on your phone for driving directions and you lose the signal at an inopportune point. And that's the Iowa Politics Report for Monday, January 8. On Twitter, Instagram, Getter, Threads, and Truth Social at Iowa Politics. I'm Jeff Stein on News Talk 1540 KXEL.